Hey everyone, I'm Calvin with Southern Country Living.
And I'm Marie.
We just want to come to you today and do a Sunday chat. We did a Sunday chat last week and we asked people for questions, and we got quite a few good questions, and we're going to attempt to give you some good answers to it. We've had a busy week this week. We started off last Sunday night. We went out with our entire family to celebrate my birthday, and of course my birthday was on Thursday, and so Thursday everybody was working and our kids was in school, and so me and Marie just enjoyed the day together, just me and her. We do have one granddaughter. Her name is Kristen, and this is her first year of teaching teaching junior high school. She teaches the sixth graders English, and we just want to say how proud we are of her. We also we've been working in the garden a little bit this week and doing some projects around the house. Been doing a little bit of cooking for videos.
Yeah, it has been a busy week this week, and since we've gotten a little older, we've gotten a little smarter. We learned how to cut a few corners and do it a little easier. And so that's one of the reasons why, instead of me cooking a great big meal for the whole family, we just all enjoyed ourselves and went out to eat at one of our Mexican restaurants here in town.
Yeah, it was good. We enjoyed it. Okay, Marie, this is going to probably be a longer video than normal, but we'll try to keep it as short as we can. On our questions, now I've got a couple of questions that I really look forward to answering, and I'm going to save those to the end. So we're going to get started though with the first question. Marie, this question is from Kathy Sexton, and she's a subscriber. She's also a friend of yours from high school.
Yeah, and she knows my true age.
Yes, she does. And her question is, Marie, can you make a good meatloaf?
Well, let's just say I can make an exceptional meatloaf, and that's the name of the meatloaf. It's called an exceptional meatloaf, and I really enjoyed that particular meatloaf. It's easy and doesn't have too many ingredients in it, and I like that particular one, but I have done several different ones, but that's the one that I usually go to.
Okay, that's a good answer. Okay, our next question comes from Kathryn. Kathryn is, we refer to her as our YouTube granddaughter. She actually has 4 questions. First question is, what is your favorite dish to eat? On mine, my absolute favorite dish that I enjoy more than anything else is chicken and dressing. And of course that's a Thanksgiving meal, but sometimes we'll have it during the year several different times. That's just something I've always enjoyed. Marie, what's your favorite dish that you like to eat?
I love beef tips and rice, and
yeah.
I love it better when you make it.
Oh yeah, beef tips and rice. Okay, Kathryn's next question. Do you have any indoor plants? And the answer to that is no. Marie has allergies that are real bad, and so we don't have any indoor plants. And we do have several flower arrangements in the house that Marie has put together and made that look real, but they're not. Her third question is, do you have any pets? Same answer there. We don't have any pets because of Marie's allergies. We do have, our grandchildren have pets. One of them is Gus. That's Kim's border collie, and we just love him to death. And then our other grandchildren have one dog named
Toby,
and then have another dog named Emmy. And then our daughter also has a cat named, what's her name?
Gracie.
Gracie. Okay, our daughter also has a cat named Gracie. So we get to see the pets a lot with our grandchildren and our daughter, and so we don't have to have any of our own. Okay, Kathryn's last question, is there anywhere we can send mail? Okay, so what I will do, Kathryn, in the description below, I will put an address that mail can be sent to, and also you can find it if you go into our page and look under About. We do have our address listed there too. So thanks, Kathryn, for your questions. Those were good questions. Our next question comes from Sue Clark, and her question is that creek near your house? And I'm assuming she's talking about the creek that I have on the front of our videos on the intro. And that creek is approximately 2 miles away from our house where I took those pictures. The actual creek is probably only about 3/4 of a mile from my house to the creek, but that's a location that we hardly ever go to. But that spot where I did the video, it's a very pretty location, and the name of the creek is SilverCreek, and the little community that we live in is the SilverCreek community. So thanks for that question, Sue. Okay, our next question is from Bill and Val. Their channel is Bill and Val's Allotments, 2 Plots of Heaven. The first question is for me, and he said, what is the one crop you wished you could grow but can't? And I know this is going to sound like a crazy answer, but I've always wanted or wished that I could have had a lemon tree growing in my yard. Back when I was working before I retired, I'm sure it's been 15 or 20 years ago, but I was at a customer's house one day, and they had a lemon tree growing in their yard, and I was just so impressed with it, and I thought that would really be great. But our climate where we live at, I just don't think we could ever have a lemon tree. Marie, their question for you is, what meal would you like Calvin to make for you?
Beef tips and rice.
Beef tips and rice, okay. Now we usually tend to, if you'll notice on a lot of our meals, we don't have a lot of rice in our meals, and we don't have a lot of bread. I try to keep those items as low as possible, just to control blood sugar. I'm not diabetic, but I'm at the age that I could easily become a diabetic, and so I try to watch my blood sugar, and we do monitor it constantly, just to be on the safe side. Okay, our next question comes from Thomas. His channel is Thomas Schmitt Homestead Projects. His question for me, how old were you on your birthday last Thursday? Okay, Thomas, you asked it. Okay, I was 67 years old, and I don't mind saying my age because it's just a number. You know, I feel great and still get around good and do a lot of things that I know plenty of people my age that can't do, but I can't do everything I could do when I was a lot younger. But anyway, so I'm 67 and I'm proud of it. So Marie, his question for you, he said to keep it fair, you have to answer too.
Well, let's just say that I'm sort of in the number range that you're in, but kind of way down on the end.
Okay. You're not going to say, okay?
Let's just say it's somewhere between 49 and your age.
Okay. Okay. Okay, our next question comes from Rob at Essayon's Family Garden. And his question is, what are each of your favorite dishes to make with your garden vegetables? Okay, my favorite, actually I love all the vegetables that we grow in our garden, but we specifically grow things that we do enjoy. We don't grow the things that we don't like. So But the one thing that I probably enjoy cooking the most is I like to take the squash and the zucchini and some peppers and onions, and I like to saute them and then serve them with either chicken or something like that. But that would be my favorite vegetables to grow from the garden. And Marie, what are yours?
I love okra. I just can eat okra for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Yeah, and we love it fried.
Yeah, sadly, but
Yeah, it's not healthy
I don't
for us.
always eat it for those 3 meals, but I could eat it.
Yeah, yeah, we love fried okra. Okay, now this is our last question. This question comes from Linda at the New Orleans Gardner. And Linda's question is, who showed interest in each other first? Okay, let me get a drink of water before I start that one.
Yeah,
Okay, Linda's question.
let me get one too.
Linda's question, who showed interest in each other first? Now this is a subject I could talk about this all day long, but I'll make the answer real short and quick and simple. But I showed interest in Marie first. We were both, Marie was going to a church and I attended that church and I seen her for the very first time. And just to be honest with you, I fell in love with her the very first time I saw her, and it has been love at first sight ever since. But I did pursue her, and it took me a little while to catch her, but she said I chased her until she caught me. And so, so that's sort of how that worked, okay? Linda also asked a second question, where did you go on your first date? And so on our first date, we actually started liking each other before Marie turned 16 years old. She was 15 when I started liking her, and then once we started actually liking each other, both of us liked each other, she was about 3 weeks away from turning 16. So we had to wait 3 weeks because her parents would not let her date until she turned 16 years old. And so our first date, we went to the theater on Broad Street here in Rome, Georgia. We went to, it's called the DeSoto Theater. But to save my life, I cannot remember the name of the movie. And
I don't remember the name of the movie, but during that particular era, I would say that it was probably an Elvis Presley movie because
it could have been, yeah. And we both
I
loved,
never missed one of those.
yeah, we both love Elvis Presley, so it could have been one of his movies. But whatever it was, I was probably so happy to be with her that I didn't pay attention to the movie anyway, so I don't recall it. But anyway, okay, well that's all the questions that we had, and we really appreciate everybody asking those questions, and I hope that you enjoyed listening to our answers. This week coming forward is going to be even busier for us. I will be going on tomorrow, Monday. I'll be going to get my dentures, what's called the permanent dentures. I'm just using the immediate ones now, and I'm pretty happy with them, but I'm still having problems with getting my words to come out like I like for them to. So that'll be Monday. That's an all-day project for us to take care of that.
I still have my teeth, and I can't get my words out.
Okay. But anyway, and then of course we got several things to do this coming week. This month we've got doctor appointments that we'll be attending, and then we also plan on taking vacation this month also. So the month of August is going to be busy for both of us. But we appreciate everybody that watches our videos. We absolutely love reading your comments, and we love taking time to answer any questions that you may have. And we just hope that you enjoy our content as much as we enjoy reading about your comments.
Also, on my meatloaf recipe, would you like to put that in the subscription below for Kathy?
In the description below for Kathy? Yes, I can do that. Kathy, I'll put the meatloaf recipe in the description below, and we'll see if we can get Marie to do a meatloaf maybe sometime in the next week or two. We'll see if we can get her to cook one on video for you. Okay, everyone, have a blessed day.
Bye, everyone.
This is a picture of me and Marie back when we first started dating.
It's so beautiful, you and me. We meant to be in the great outdoors, forever free.